Let us continue redox reactions. In the redox reactions, the following equation is given. We have to balance this equation. How to balance this equation, we'll see. You can follow either oxidation number method or ion electron method or off reaction method. Any method you can follow for balancing this equation. Okay. So first we will write oxidation numbers of each element. Oxidation numbers of each element we will write. Then we will go for how to solve this one. Now here given arsenic and sulfur is given. Arsenic, sulfur. Here how to find oxidation number? The sulfur is not sulfate. Arsenic and sulfur is given. Then what you have to do means cross multiply. As2 S3 is given. Now we want oxidation numbers. So you cross multiply. Cross multiply like this. Therefore, we will get arsenic power 3, sulfur power 2. For which we have to give positive charge and which we have to give negative charge. That we will see. Now, arsenic comes under which family you see? Nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Nitrogen comes under this, arsenic comes under this family. Sulfur comes under which family? Oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, polonium. Nitrogen family is 5A family, oxygen family is 6A family. Therefore, here what is the elements given in the sense one is sulfur, another one is arsenic. Sulfur comes under third period, arsenic comes under fourth period. Therefore, which is having high electronegativity and which is having low electronegativity? Sulfur has high electronegativity, arsenic has low electronegativity. So arsenic will take positive charge. So arsenic you give +3, sulfur you give -2. Therefore, sulfur carrying -2 means it is called sulfide. So it is called arsenic sulfide. Okay, arsenic sulfide is there. Therefore, we know that this arsenic is +3, sulfur is -2. Set oxidation numbers we have written. Next step. Here hydrogen is +1, oxygen is -2. So what is the nitrogen value? What is the oxidation number of nitrogen? What is the oxidation number of nitrogen? That we can calculate it. So that we are calculating. Hydrogen is +1, nitrogen we have to find. Then oxygen is 3 times -2. 3 times -2 equals 0. So we are getting nitrogen oxidation number, that is +5. So next, hydrogen is +1, oxygen is -2, arsenic we can find it now. Hydrogen 3 times present, arsenic we have to find, oxygen 4 times present, net charge 0. Therefore, arsenic how much in the sense? +5. In the sulfuric acid, we have found already hydrogen is +1, oxygen is -2, sulfur is +6. We have found already. In nitric oxide, oxygen is -2, so nitrogen is +2. Okay. So we have found oxidation numbers of each element we have found. Okay. What is the next step? Finding change in oxidation numbers. Which oxidation numbers have not changed? That we can eliminate it. Okay. Which oxidation numbers have not changed? You see, hydrogen is +1, here also +1, here also +1. So hydrogen oxidation number we need not consider. Leave it. Then oxygen is -2, -2, -2, -2. So oxygen oxidation number also we need not consider. Sorry. Then remaining oxidation numbers you see, is it changing or not? You see, remaining oxidation numbers. Arsenic +3 converting into +5. Sulfur -2 converting into +6. Nitrogen +5 converting into +2. So remaining oxidation numbers are changing. So we have to consider these. Set. So arsenic first we will see. Arsenic oxidation number +3 is converting into +5. +3 converting into +5 means increase in oxidation number, that is oxidation. Oxidation means loss of electrons. So loss of electrons by 2 times arsenic is equal to how much means 4. How means +3 means 1 arsenic oxidation number. 1 arsenic charge is +3. That +3 is converting into +5 in the sense Increase in oxidation number. Increase in oxidation number is 2. Here 2 times arsenic is present. Therefore 2 into 2, 4 electrons. 4 electrons we can say. Sir. Next. Sulfur we will see. Sulfur we are seeing. We are seeing about sulfur. Sulfur oxidation number is -2 here, +6 here. So oxidation number increases. Therefore, oxidation means loss of electrons. Loss of electrons by 3 sulfur atoms you will see. Why 3 sulfur atoms means because here 1 As2S3, one molecule contains 3 sulfur atoms. That's why. Sorry, for 1 sulfur atom, what is the increase in oxidation number? 8. So for 3 sulfur atoms, what is the increase in oxidation number? Therefore, this much, 24. So for 3 sulfur atoms, what is the increase in oxidation number means 24. Therefore, this arsenic is going for loss of electrons. This sulfur also is going for loss of electrons. Now we will see net value we will see for these two. For these two, what is the total loss? Okay. So now total loss of electrons by As2S3. As2S3, how much in the sense? 28 electrons. 28 electrons. Arsenic 4 electrons. Sulfur 28 electrons. Therefore, 1 As2S3 is converting in the reaction in the sense total loss is 28 electrons we can say. Next we will see gain of electrons we will see. Now nitrogen will see. This nitrogen plus 5 is converting into plus 2 nitrogen. Plus 5 is converting into plus 2 means decrease in oxidation number. That means reduction. So reduction means gain of electrons. So gain of electrons is equal to how much means 3. 1 nitric acid contains 1 nitrogen. 1 nitrogen takes 3 electrons and become plus 2. Now gain of electrons 3, loss of electrons 28. Next step. Equalize gain of electrons and loss of electrons. Sorry. To equalize gain of electrons and loss of electrons, let us multiply them by certain numbers, suitable numbers, such that they will become equal. Multiply gain of electrons by 28. Multiply loss of electrons by 3. Now here total loss, here total gain will be equal now. Therefore, you have to take nitric acid 28 times, As2S3 3 times. So 3 times As2S3 takes 3 times As2S3 takes 28 times nitric acid. 28 times nitric acid. Okay. So 3 times As2S3 takes 28 times nitric acid. Okay. Gives H3AsSO4. Then sulfuric acid. Then NO. Now we will say arsenic here 3 3s are 9 times. Therefore H3AsSO4 is 9 times. Arsenic is not 9 times. Here arsenic is 3 2s are 6. Therefore 6. Sulfur 3 3s are 9. So sulfuric acid 9. Nitrogen 28 times. Therefore 28 NO. Then we will see oxygen. Oxygen is balanced or not, we have to check. Oxygen is how many times, that we have to see. Oxygen, if we take here 28 into 3 times present. Okay, here 28 times. In NO 28 times. In sulfuric acid 36 times. In arsenic 24 times. So now you see that oxygen also balanced. Sorry, oxygen we have to check it now. Oxygen we will check it. Okay, here 18, 88 is there. Here we'll see how many oxygens we'll see. 84 is there. Here 84 oxygen, here 88 oxygen. Therefore, oxygen is not balanced. Now let us balance the oxygen. Okay, here 88, here 84. This side oxygen is a deficiency. Therefore, how many oxygens a deficiency? 4. Therefore, write 4 water molecules. We have written 4 water molecules. Now oxygen becomes 88. Sorry. Now oxygen we have balanced. Next, last atom to be balanced is hydrogen. That is last one. Therefore, that must be balanced automatically. Here 28 hydrogen. Here 8 hydrogen. So 36 hydrogen. Here 18 hydrogen. Here 18 hydrogen. So 36. Hydrogen is balanced. So we can say the equation is balanced equation, we can say. So in this way, we can balance the equation. Okay. We will take next equation for balancing. We will take the equation arsine AsH3, arsine AsH3 plus potassium chlorate KClO3, potassium chlorate KClO3 gives H3ASO4, H3ASO4 and KCl. Okay. This equation you can balance and you can see here oxidation numbers I will say afterwards you can balance. Now first compound is what? Compound in the sense AsH3 is given. For this how to say oxidation numbers? AsH3 arsenic hydride. So arsenic hydride will take AsH3 will take here 1 here 3. Let us cross multiply in order to get oxidation numbers here 3 here 1. So arsenic 3 hydrogen 1. Now plus charge and negative charge how to give? Positive charge and negative charge how to give? Which is plus, which is minus? Shall we give to hydrogen minus or plus? Sir, this we are saying that arsenic hydride, arsine, we are saying that it is arsine. So arsine we are saying in the sense, let us give hydrogen minus 1, arsenic plus 3. We are saying it is arsine. So we are saying that arsenic plus 3, hydrogen minus 1. Like this we will give it. Sir, whether it is correct or wrong, later we will check it. Sir. So we have given arsenic plus 3 and hydrogen minus 1 we have given. Potassium means alkali metal first group. Alkali metal first group means give plus 1. Oxygen minus 2 you give it. Cl we will find it. Potassium is plus 1. Cl we have to find. Oxygen 3 times. Oxygen is minus 2 equal to 0. So Cl we are getting how much in the sense plus 5. Here hydrogen is there in the compound means give plus 1. Oxygen minus 2 give it. Arsenic in the later last one we have found, that is plus 5. Potassium means plus 1, Cl is minus 1. Now for which oxidation numbers are not changing? For which oxidation numbers? Now for which oxidation numbers changing we have to check. We will check. Potassium is plus 1. Here also potassium plus 1. So we will rub the potassium plus 1. Oxygen minus 2. Here also oxygen minus 2. So we will rub oxygen minus 2. Chlorine plus 5. Chlorine minus 1. So let it be. Chlorine let it be. Okay. Sorry. Now our doubt is here hydrogen will take in this arsine, hydrogen will take minus 1 or plus 1. Hydrogen will take a -1 or +1. That is our doubt. Sorry. For that case, we will take a nitrogen family, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. It is nitrogen family. Nitrogen electronegativity is 3, phosphorus is 2.1. Down the group, what happens to the electronegativity means electronegativity decreases. Hydrogen is 2.1. So hydrogen electronegativity is more when compared to arsenic. Sir, therefore, we have given arsenic +3, hydrogen -1 we have given. We will check whether it is correct or wrong. At last, whether we have taken it is -1, it is +3, whether it is correct or wrong. How to know? In the sense, at last we can come to know. We will balance. If we do not get correct balancing in the sense, then it is wrong, we can conclude it. Sir. Now, for which oxidation numbers are changing, that we will see. Arsenic +3 is converting into arsenic +5. Arsenic +3 is converting into arsenic +5. Therefore, loss of electrons is equal to 2. Then -1 is converting into +1. That means loss of electrons. So loss of electrons, how much means 3 hydrogens. Therefore, -1 into +1 means 2 electrons loss. 3 in the sense 3 into 2, 6. Therefore, total loss by ASH3 is how much in the sense 8. Total loss is 8. Then we will see gain of electrons. We will see +5 is converting into -1. This is called a gain of electrons. Gain of electrons is 6. So how to make them equal? We have to make them equal now. Equalize loss and gain. So multiply this with 2, it becomes 60. Multiply this gain of electrons by what number? You see, multiply with no. So let us do one thing. With 3 also we will not get 60. Therefore, we will multiply this with 8. This we will multiply with 6. Okay, sorry. Now, that means ASH3 we have to take 6 times. So ASH3 we have to take 6 times. Then KClO3 we have to take 8 times. Okay, gives H3ASO4 plus KCl. Now arsenic is 6, therefore here also 6. Chlorine is 8, therefore here 8. Now hydrogen we will check. 6 threes are hydrogen, 6 threes are hydrogen. Okay, balanced. Potassium is 8. Oxygen we have to see. 8 threes are 24, 6 fours are 24. Everything is balanced. Now in the equation, all the stoichiometric coefficients are even numbers. Now all the stoichiometric coefficients are even numbers. Therefore, we will divide the entire equation by 2. So 3 times ASH3, 4 times KClO3, 3 times H3ASO4, 4 times KCl. Okay, so we got the balanced equation. That means what we have taken here, that is correct. Hydrogen we have taken -1 oxidation number. Arsenic we have given +3 oxidation number. Why? Because arsenic electronegativity is less than that of hydrogen. So hydrogen is more electronegative, so we have given -1. Arsenic less electronegative, so we have given +3. Now this nitrogen family, in nitrogen family we are taking NH3, PH3, ASH3, SBH3, BiH3. In NH3 if you see, nitrogen -3, hydrogen +1, because nitrogen electronegativity is 3, hydrogen electronegativity is 2.1. Phosphine, phosphorus 2.1, hydrogen also 2.1. But in arsine, hydrogen -1, arsenic +3. This is correct because arsenic is less electronegative, hydrogen is more electronegative. So that we have given like this. Sorry. Next, we will go for next chemical reaction. Next chemical equation we will take ferrous oxalate. Ferrous oxalate will take FeC2O4 ferrous oxalate plus potassium permanganate plus sulfuric acid gives ferric sulfate plus carbon dioxide MnSO4 potassium sulfate and water. Okay, we have taken the equation. Let us balance this equation. Any method you can follow, oxidation number method or ion electron method, off reaction method, any method you can follow. First we have to write oxidation numbers, we have to write. So first one name is called ferrous oxalate. First one name is called ferrous oxalate. Ferrous means Fe+2. Oxalate means C2O4 2-. Oxalate formula C2O4 2-, ferrous formula Fe2+. So how to know? By seeing the formula. That means what we have to do means we have to study simple ions. Simple ions we have to study, and we should know the formula for them. Sulfate, for example, sulfate SO4 2-. Like this we should know it. Phosphate PO4 3-. Carbonate CO3 2-. Bicarbonate HCO3-. Sulfide S2-. Nitrate NO3-. Like this simple ions are there. Anions. Those anions we should know it. That means we have to study and we have to practice it. We have to remember. If you know like this, then only we can find oxidation numbers easily. Okay. So that general rule also we are unable to apply here. So this formula we are seeing, this name, suddenly immediately we should know the name of this. Then only we can find the oxidation numbers. Okay. Here, so here C2O4 is there. C2O4 means that is oxalate. C2O4 2- oxalate. Therefore, this Fe should carry what charge? +2. Therefore, it is ferrous. C2O4 is oxalate. Oxalate net charge is 2-. Therefore, Fe should carry what charge? It must carry +2. Other possibility not there. +2 in the sense ferrous. Therefore, Fe oxidation number +2 we are saying. In oxalate, oxygen is -2. Carbon we have found already +3. So, next, potassium permanganate. Potassium is +1. Oxygen is -2. Manganese is +1. Sulfuric acid. Hydrogen is +1. Sulfur is +6. Oxygen is -2. It is called, what is the name of this compound? That we'll see. First, you cross multiply. You cross multiply. Already we have seen regarding this. You cross multiply, you will get the answer. You cross multiply like this. So Fe gets 3 plus, SO4 gets 2-. That means ferric sulfate. This we can say ferric sulfate. So Fe gets +3, sulfur gets +6, oxygen gets -2. In the sulfate, sulfur is +6. Carbon dioxide, carbon is +4, oxygen is -2. MnSO4, Mn is +2. Sulfate, you know that sulfur is +6, oxygen is -2. Potassium sulfate also we have seen, potassium is +1, sulfur is +6, oxygen is -2. Water, hydrogen is +1, oxygen is -2. Okay, we have written the oxidation numbers. Next point, what you have to do means for which oxidation number is not changing, that you leave it. Oxygen is -2 everywhere. Therefore, let us remove oxygen. Let us need not consider oxygen oxidation number because it is -2 everywhere. Then potassium is +1 everywhere. So we need not consider potassium also. Potassium is +1 everywhere. Then hydrogen is +1 in both sides. So don't consider hydrogen. Sorry. Sulfur is +6 in both sides. So we need not consider sulfur. Sulfur is +6 in both sides. So we are not considered. Sorry. Remaining we'll see. Iron +2 becoming +3. Consider. Carbon +3 becoming +4. Consider it. Manganese +7 becoming +2. Consider it. Okay. Sir. So remaining oxidation numbers we have to consider. Sir. First one. Fe. That oxidation number changing from where to where in the sense +2 Fe becoming +3 Fe. Okay. Therefore, +2 become +3 in the sense increase in oxidation number, that is oxidation. Oxidation means loss of electrons. Loss of electrons is equal to how many means 1. +2 becoming +3 means 1. Here iron 2 times is there. So we will make iron 2 times. Here we will make iron 2 times. So for 2 iron, loss is 2 electrons. Then we will see carbon. Carbon is a carbon oxidation number. Let us consider here +3, here +4. Okay. So +3 becoming +4 means increase in oxidation number, that is oxidation. Oxidation means loss of electrons. Loss of electrons for 1 carbon 1, because +3 becoming +4 means 1. Here how many carbons means in ferrous oxalate 2 carbons are there. We have considered 2 times ferrous oxalate, therefore 4 carbons we are considering. So for 4 carbons loss is 4. Therefore now we will see total loss. Total loss of electrons. Total loss of electrons for 2 times FeC2O4 is how much means 6 electrons. Then we will see gain of electrons. We'll see manganese is +7. That +7 becoming +2. Decrease in oxidation number, therefore reduction. Reduction means gain of electrons. So gain of electrons how much means 5. Gain of electrons is 5. +7 becomes +2. Therefore gain of electrons how much means 5 we can say. So let us make loss and gain equal. For making loss and gain equal, what shall we do? For making loss and gain equal, what shall we do? Sir, we will multiply this with 6, this with 5. Therefore, this 2 times FeC2O4 we have to multiply with 5. 2 times FeC2O4 we have to multiply with 5. Okay. Therefore, this 5 into this 2, 10 FeC2O4. Okay. 10 FeC2O4. We got why 10? We are multiplying by 5 only. But we have taken FeC2O4 how many times? 2 times. So 2 into 5 how much? 10 FeC2O4. Then KMnO4 takes 6 times. 6 times KMnO4. Then sulfuric acid gives Fe2SO4 thrice, ferric sulfate, carbon dioxide, MnSO4, K2SO4 plus water. Now we will balance the remaining things. We will balance. Now iron is 10 times. So make 5 times here. 5 into 2, 10 times. Carbon is 10 2s are 20. Therefore 20 CO2 will write. Potassium is 6, therefore 3 K2SO4. Manganese is 6, therefore manganese 6. Now we will balance sulfate. Sulfate, 5 3s are 15 sulfate, 6 sulfate, 3 sulfate. So here 15 plus 6, 21 plus 3, 24. So 24 sulfate we want. So take sulfuric acid, 24 sulfuric acid, you take it. Sorry. Then we have to balance oxygen. This oxalate oxygen is how many means oxalate oxygen is balanced by carbon dioxide. Sulfate oxygen is balanced by in all cases sulfate only. So leave it. This potassium permanganate oxygen alone you balance it. 6 4s are 24. Therefore take 24 times water. So we have to take water 24 times. Okay. Now at last what is there means hydrogen to be balanced. It is a last atom. If it is balanced automatically, then balanced equation is correct. Otherwise wrong. Hydrogen 24 into 24 H2 here. Here also 24 H2. Therefore we can say equation is balanced, we can say. Sir, we'll go for a next equation. This next equation I will give it. You try and say the answer. This next equation. This equation you can balance it. Sir, we'll take this equation. FeCr2O4 plus potassium carbonate K2CO3 plus KClO3 potassium chlorate gives ferric oxide Fe2O3 potassium chromate K2CrO4, then potassium chloride KCl and carbon dioxide. Okay, we have taken this equation. First what we have to do, we have to write oxidation numbers. Sir, now here given is a FeCr2O4. Regarding chromium, what and all we know? Regarding chromium, what and all we know in the sense, one is potassium chromate, that is K2CrO4. Here, potassium ions present and chromate anion is present. Then we know potassium dichromate. In this we can write potassium ions and dichromate ions. Dichromate ion we can write here. Potassium ions and dichromate ion we can write here. Then we know chromic oxide Cr2O3. Chromic oxide Cr2O3. It is coming under which category? This is called what in the sense? It is the name of, it is ore. What ore means? Iron chromite. Iron chromite ore. This iron chromite ore is what means? It contains FeOCr2O3. This is nothing but what in the sense? Mixed oxide. What are the oxides present means? One is FeO, one oxide, another one is Cr2O3, another oxide. It is mixed oxide. Therefore, this FeCr2O4 you consider as FeOCr2O3. Okay. So in FeO means it is called ferrous oxide. FeO means ferrous oxide. Oxygen you give it -2. Oxygen you give it -2. Iron you give it +2. Okay. Therefore, iron is how much in the sense? +2 we can say. Iron is +2. Then we will see chromium. Cross multiply. For this case, you cross multiply. For Cr2O3, you cross multiply. You cross multiply. You will get chromium. Chromium how much? +3. Chromium is +3. Oxygen is -2 everywhere. So don't consider oxygen. Then potassium also +1 everywhere. Don't consider potassium. Here carbon is +4. Carbon dioxide, carbon also +4. So don't consider. Chlorine we will consider now. Chlorine oxidation number we will consider. Chlorine is +5 here. Here chlorine is -1. Here chromium is +6. Iron is +3. Okay. So which I have considered in the sense for which oxidation number changes, that alone I have considered. Sorry. So now we will balance. Now we will go for balancing this equation. Sorry. Which is undergoing oxidation you see. which is undergoing oxidation. Which is undergoing oxidation means Fe plus 2 is converting into Fe plus 3. Therefore, loss of electrons is equal to 1. Here Fe is 2 times. Therefore, I will consider it is 2 times. So, for 2 times Fe, loss is 2. Chromium is plus 3 here. It is converting into plus 3. That means increase in oxidation number. Therefore, loss of electrons is equal to 3. Here 2 chromium present. We are taking FeCr2O for 2 times. Therefore, 4 chromium. So, for 4 chromium, the loss is 12. 12 is the loss. Then now total loss we will see. The total loss is equal to 14. Then we will see Cl. For Cl, plus 5 is converting into minus 1. That means gain of electrons. Gain of electrons how much means 6. Let us make them equal now. Let us make them equal. What is the answer we will get? We will see. So, we will multiply this by 6, this by 14. Like this we will do it. Otherwise, we can do another thing also. This 14 is even number, 6 also even number. You simplify both. Then you multiply. Sir. Then we will equalize. We will take this is as 3, this is as 7. Okay, we have divided both by 2. Now we will equalize, we will multiply this with 3, we will multiply this with 7. So this 3, already you have taken FeCr2O for 2 times. Now you have to multiply with 3. Therefore, this becomes how much in the sense 6. This becomes how much in the sense 6. Okay, 6. This KClO3 how many times means 7. KClO3 how many times in the sense 7. So from this you can balance the rest of the things. Sir. So rest of the things you can balance it. Okay. Therefore here Fe is 6. Therefore here make it 3. 3 Fe make it. 3 Fe2. Therefore 6. Chromium is 6 2s are 12. Therefore 12 chromium you do it. 12 times chromium. Then next what you have to do in the sense chlorine. Chlorine is 7 here. Therefore here also you keep it 7. Rest of the things ordinary method only balancing. Rest of the things. Okay. Sir, rest of the things you can balance it the ordinary method, so that potassium carbonate is 12 times. Then potassium chromate, everything we have balanced. KCl is 7 times. Okay. Carbon dioxide is 12 times. Now if we see, the equation is balanced equation, we can say. So in this only we have to balance the redox reactions. So for balancing redox reaction, you can use oxidation number method, you can use. Otherwise, ion electron method or off reaction method you can use for balancing. Okay. In this equation,